What's good? Welcome into Titans today. We're just about 24 hours out from the 2023 NFL Draft. It's finally here. We've been counting down the days to that Titans number 11 overall pick. We've talked a lot about what they're going to do with that pick. The past month has been nothing but discussions about trading up, staying put, trading back, and we will find out exactly what they're going to do in about 24 hours. And look, y'all, the draft, we'll have it live on our main channel. That means when ESPN and the big networks are going to commercial break or they're talking about stuff that you really just don't care about, we'll be live for the whole thing. Every pick, every round, every day. It'll be informative, but also entertaining. You guys know we got y'all. So make sure you go to youtube.com/chatsportstv for our live draft coverage. It'll be a good time. Make sure you join us. If you're excited for the NFL Draft, as I am, I keep getting louder and louder on this microphone, like the video and we will get started on the final Tennessee Titans mock draft before the actual 2023 NFL Draft takes place tomorrow, April 27th. Like the video and let's get this thing going. The draft picks the Titans have, they have 6, right? Round 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, you skip 4. Pretty, flat out, nothing crazy, no crazy trades happening yet. We don't know what they're going to do tomorrow, whether they trade up maybe for number 3 or trade back and stock up some more draft picks for this year, maybe next year. Right now, as of now, they have 6 to hopefully bolster that roster. Now, who are they going to grab with that number 11 pick? Is it going to be a quarterback? Is it going to be an offensive lineman? I'm going with receiver. And I think it's going to be Jaxon Smith-Njigba. Now, let me say this. I did use the PFF draft simulator, and he was still on the board. He could go before 11 comes around, but in the simulator, he was still there, and I had to grab him because he is arguably one of the best receivers in this class. I was between him and Zay Flowers, but I think JSN is the guy. We've heard Mike Vrabel talk about him. They were at his pro day. Look, the route running skills, incredible, unmatched. He might not be the super speedy receiver that Mike Vrabel said he wanted on the roster, but when you've got route running skills like that, I don't think that's a receiver that you really just pass up that early in the draft. He's got great body control. He finds a way to get open, meaning he's a quarterback-friendly receiver. Whoever does end up under center this season will be happy to be throwing to a guy like JSN, and he's extremely aware. He's got a good feel for the game. This is the type of receiver you want to add to this receiver room just simply because it is so depleted right now. Now, in 2022, he did have that hamstring injury, which is probably the biggest concern with him. It was a nagging injury. Those soft tissue injuries tend to be. Hopefully that doesn't pose a problem in 2023 if he does land with the Titans. We know that'll cause some issues with him and Mike Vrabel. He set the Big Ten receiving record in 2021. The stats speak for themselves. The Rose Bowl showing was immaculate. If you ask me, the stats are incredible just from that singular game. Again, I think he might be missing the speed aspect, but what he doesn't have in the speed, the route running takes over for. That is my number 11 for the Titans, and we will continue on with all 7 rounds for the rest of the Titans mock draft, but you guys should hit that sub button because, like I said, we're keeping you updated. We're making sure that you're entertained, and we're doing it on a new channel as well. The NFL Draft channel that we just created has all things surrounding the NFL Draft, not just for the Titans, but for all 32 teams. And if you're a true Titans fan, you want to know what's going on before you pick and what's going on after, as well as knowing just who the competition is. So head to youtube.com/chatnfl. Make sure you subscribe to our draft channel. We will have so much content for you guys, especially this week with the draft just 24 hours away. Let's get to that round 2 pick. I've got the offensive line being addressed with that number 41 overall pick. John Michael Schmitz, center. And look, the O-line, they did some kind of fixing up during the offseason with the free agency. I'm not completely sold on where it stands right now. And I think this guy could come in and kind of add a little bit of power to the O-line. That is really lacking right now. Even though they did do some fixing, don't kill me, it needs help still. He's an effective run blocker. I don't even have to explain that. You know why you want a good run blocker on the Titans O-line, clearly. He's got the starting caliber. He can come in and be a starter. It's not going to take too much fixing or too much coaching up or preparation for this guy to come in and actually immediately help out the O-line. He's got consistent technique and he's reliable. He's a leader. He helped lead the offense in college and he made a lot of the play calling. He is somebody that you want on your O-line, not just for the physical traits that he has, but just to kind of look, you're revamping the entire O-line. To have leaders come in and good guys with good character and that teammate aspect, that's somebody that you would probably want to add if you're going to fix up the O-line. 2022 PFF grades overall in 12 games, 92.3, a pass blocking grade of 81, run blocking 92.4. That's a strong suit, obviously, and he only allowed 2 sacks. John Michael Schmitz at number 41. Now I'm going to do it to you. We're grabbing another receiver in Rashee Rice out of SMU in that 3rd round. I am still not sold that one receiver is going to fix all the problems in this receiver room. You're banking a lot on Treylon Burks and Kyle Phillips to do God's work, to be completely honest. I think you need to add as much as you can. Hopefully give Ryan Tannehill, or if they trade up for a quarterback, whoever is under center at this point. I'm tired of playing the guessing games. Whoever's throwing the ball, give them as many weapons as you possibly can. I think Rashee Rice has a lot of good traits that Mike Vrabel wants to add to the receiver room. He's versatile. He can play inside. He can play outside, which when you're trying to figure out how the pieces are going to fall here because you really don't know who's going to be injured, who's going to be able to play at this level, having somebody who can do both, great. Contested catches, he's very good at that. He's very physical. He's able to get it done. The yards after catch ability, he's a fighter. He gets it done. He racks up the yards. And look, he's able and he's willing to block. It's not just that, I have to kind of do it. No, he's ready to go. So he does his part, whether it's catching the ball, it's blocking, whatever it be. Good addition, and I'm going to say that about everyone I picked, obviously, because I'm biased. But Rashee Rice, 2022 stats, 96 receptions in 12 games, 1,300 yards, an average of 14.1 yards per catch, and 10 touchdowns. In 2022, career stats, 233 receptions, over 3,000 yards, 13.4 average yards per catch, and 25 touchdowns in those 42 games played. Rashee Rice, that's your second receiver I think I'm taking in the 3rd round if I'm Rand Carthen. Alrighty, before we get to the back half of this mock draft, can we get to 7,000 subscribers? Now, originally, I was pushing to get there before the draft, but I don't think we're going to get a little under 200 subs in 24 hours. I'm just going to take the L on that one, but I still want to get there. So maybe we can get there by the end of the draft, which is Saturday, unless you want to count the undrafted free agent signings. We'll go with Sunday. So can we hit 7,000 subscribers on Sunday? I think we can do it. Again, you guys are getting something out of this. You get all the content we put out every single day around the Titans. Make sure you hit that sub button. Let's grow the channel. Second half of this Titans mock draft, I've got a tight end being drafted here to go along with Chig, Zack Kuntz in round 5 at 147. We talked about him briefly a couple days ago. Good stats across the board. I think this is a guy that kind of adds some depth, but may have a little bit of talent that isn't necessarily on the roster yet, and I think it's because he's an athletic freak, y'all. Like, he just makes things happen. He's got good ball skills. He can route run. His catch radius is great. He does need some help with the run blocking aspect, but I don't think it's too much that he can't be coached up. I think he had a great combine, and he can be coached into a guy that can kind of really help this offense out. Again, behind Chig, kind of adding a little bit of depth to that tight end room, some versatility, and just being another offensive weapon for this Titans offense in 2023. Round 6 pick coming at you with Starling Thomas. We're going to address the defense now because you can never be too safe with this pass D that really just was a horror show in 2022. Absolutely terrible. So we're just going to keep adding some guys and hoping that it turns around completely. Starling Thomas might be that sleeper piece that kind of comes in, nobody's expecting too much out of him, and he just pops off. He's scrappy, he's tough, he's a solid tackler, and that's the kind of play you want when you're trying to turn around a pass defense that was actually the worst in the league in 2022. Now he is a little bit grabby, but that is not something that can't be fixed, hopefully coached out of him. I think, again, this is a sleeper piece, a sleeper guy that if you go out and grab, not too many teams looking into him or too high up on him right now, could be a very vital piece of a pass defense looking to turn things around. Who's your dream Titans draft target? All reason out the window. If you could grab anyone, who would you grab? Let me know down in the comments section. Feel free to explain your decision there. And finally, we will round out with pick number 228, 7th round choice right here. Jake Witt. We're adding to the offensive line again, because at this point, let's just keep doing that. Add some more depth, avoid running out of options whenever people get injured. This guy is an awesome athlete. He's a quick learner. He doesn't have as much experience as a lot of the other guys, and I will tell you that's because he began his career as a basketball player at Michigan Tech. He didn't play sports in 2019 at Northern Michigan, and then missed 2020 due to COVID. And he was a tight end for a lot of 2021. So, again, not too experienced at this position, but a quick learner. He moves well. He's got the athletic ability to be very good in this position. This is a guy you probably, obviously, lower on the depth chart, maybe even on the practice squad, kind of let him get better and check back on him later. I think it might be a good move for the Titans, just trying to rebuild that O-line for the future, not just for now. An overlook at my 6 picks in this Titans mock draft. JSN in round 1, John Michael Schmitz, Rashee Rice, Zack Kuntz, Starling Thomas, and Jake Witt. Grade my mock draft. Let me know what you think down in the comments section. Please be nice. Don't be too harsh. I mean, I like criticism, but let's keep it PG in the comments section. Grade it A, B, C, D, or F. If you think I covered all the needs, if you think I did a good job kind of addressing all the holes on the roster, give it an A. If it was terrible, you disagree with everything I said, give it an F. Doesn't matter because it's a mock draft. We will find out tomorrow which direction the Titans are deciding to take heading into the 2023 NFL football season. As always, we appreciate you all for watching. We will see y'all soon. Tighten up.